Hello there everyone, welcome to another great video game ideas and that use video, GVGINU for short. As always, I'm Andre, and it is a pleasure to be able to share my thoughts with you. So I had the opportunity to fiddle around with the Splatoon test fire demo, the beta demo. It's good. The gameplay is solid, it runs very nicely, not a problem, even though this was just a small beta of the game. It plays awesomely. Whether it be using motion controls or the dual analogs, I've tried them both. I prefer the dual analogs myself because knowing my kids, they'll probably want to jump up on my lap while I'm playing the game, and I don't want to mess up my aim while I'm playing. I'm sorry, I'm just that serious of a gamer. Like, I want to be able to keep my aim pretty good while I'm playing, especially with my younger two. They'll probably like kick the gamepad in my hand or whatever while I'm playing, and I don't want that to happen. And I will be playing this game using the Wii U gamepad. I mean, I can see myself using like my I have the dang, I forgot the brand. It's a Pro controller. My wife got it. It's the dang it, the branding name is leaving me. The Afterglow brand Pro controller. I'm gonna get a Nintendo Pro controller because I'm pretty sure it's probably a little bit more comfortable. But the Afterglow one actually is pretty comfortable, pretty accurate too. That aside, but didn't mean to get all mixed up digressing like that. But it works very well. The gameplay is rock solid. It's awesome. Didn't have very many problems with connections. I mean, it was like once or twice I had a connection issue where somebody dropped out. I don't know if it was me or another player, but just someone dropped out and it reset me back to the loadout screen to pick your loadout. And it only happened twice. It wasn't even that big of a deal because I pretty much was able to get back into the game like pretty quickly. Aside from that, I tested all of the weapons out. I mean, I didn't really test them all extensively because I didn't have a whole lot of time playing. I only really got to fully play through the first hour of the beta, and I kind of got on for the second hour, but I ended up having to jump off because I had plans with my wife for that day. For me, my playstyle, I prefer to have either the mini machine gun or the machine gun, which is fine for me because I like to be able to. I like that mid to long. That it works in all three ranges, and essentially, but I like the more mid range usage of it for my playstyle. Plus, it's a lot easier to hit different spots on walls when you're covering them with the machine gun than it is with, like, say, the roller and the charger. Though it has its advantages, I'm the type of person, once I start shooting, I want to be able to take you out quickly. And the charger, while it works for that, you can be taken out, though, before you finish a charge. That's from what I've experienced. And with the roller, it's great for that quick takeout, but if someone knows what they're doing with one of the guns, they can get you before you get to them if they see you coming first. If they don't see you coming, then you got an instant splat. But, I mean, if they see you coming, you can take them out. Because while I was playing, I had so many people come at me with the roller, and all I did was backpedal and shoot them in the face. And that was it, and just recharge my ink. But the game is smooth. It's so smooth playing. It runs smooth. Don't find very many issues with the gameplay at all. There is a problem, however, with the lack of a communication system, and maybe that was only because it's the beta. That's why I'm going to assume for right now that it was because of the beta, that there wasn't really a communication system set in place. There was no way to let my teammates know, okay, hey, look, this area needs to be covered, or I need some help here, I'm surrounded. There's no way for me to let them know that. And I ran into the situation like 4 or 5 times while I was playing where 3 members of the opposite team would be against me by myself. 2 of those situations I made it out of. I made it out of while playing because I would dip into the ink, hide around a corner, pop up and blast them, cover more cover to place more ink and repeat the process. But when you have people who know what they're doing, you can't do that by yourself. It's not easy to outrun 3 people while shooting them and recharging your ink and ducking under cover, especially when the objective of the game is to cover the place in ink. See, they're covering ground with ink, making it hard for me to recharge my ink, and at the same time pursuing me after I covered so much area. And that got so annoying when I would cover a whole lot of area myself and then see that the opposite team would wipe out just about everything I covered. So it got annoying. But if I had a way to communicate with my teammates, I could have called for that help, or even in situations where my teammates may have faced the same type of odds, they could have called for help, and I could have headed on that way to do something for them. But that's not how it's set up. I mean, voice chat for this game would be a benefit. It wouldn't kill it to not have it, but it would definitely be a benefit. And I probably would have been able to better communicate with my team if that option was available. I know I made the other video where I was kind of agitated at Nogami and his reasoning as to why voice chat wasn't there. I still disagree with his reasoning. I mean, I'm more understanding of it, but I still disagree with it because, personally, I would think opt-in, opt-out team chat should be a thing. It should be in the game, to me. It's not going to stop me from getting it. It's not going to stop me from enjoying it. I'll just have to do Hangouts. But the problem with the way the game is structured currently, before August, I won't know necessarily what team I'm playing with. I mean, yeah, sure, I can play with my friends, other members of the Gamers at Large, and other gamers that I know on YouTube that will have it, but chances are we're not going to know who's on what team or who's doing what where. And that kind of just, for me, the team-based chat where you are specifically talking to only your teammates during your match, that would be awesome. But that's up to Nintendo if they want to patch that in at a later date, even though I don't think they will. I do think, however, there's a possibility for party chat to come with the cooperation between Nintendo and DNA, but we won't know anything about that until I think at least September. So there's no way to know for sure. Because I think, isn't that when Nintendo's OS is supposed to be updated to make their network, but whatever they're doing with DNA, I know it has something to do with their network. That said, I'm going to enjoy this game no matter what. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to sit in frustrating situations while playing with random people, with people who just want to Call of Duty the game and run around trying to get kills like that's supposed to do something when you're supposed to be inking territory. It's basically like tagging. Like, just think of it as tagging. You're supposed to be tagging an area with your representative color, and then you have people who aren't doing that. It's frustrating because even though I want to play the game and have fun, I want everyone to be able to work together rather than you have 2 people just run off, just shooting random stuff in random locations instead of trying to cover the whole area. It'd be like several times while playing, I was the only one that covered the space by our base, like by where we spawned. Like, that should have been first instinct. You cover where you are, protect your spawn point, so to speak, because people can't just run over it at that point. They have to ink over it. But like, when I ran into that, it wasn't constant. That's the good thing. It wasn't constant, but I did run into several team configurations where 2 to 3 members of the team were trying to Call of Duty this game, and that doesn't work. It really, really doesn't work. And I got annoyed, and it's not like I could say, hey, look, I really need you guys to help me with this. I'm like, I can't be the only person in our team spreading ink. And in those matches, we got slaughtered horribly. And when I was on the opposite end of that, where my team, everybody was just doing what they were supposed to do and inking everywhere that they could, we won. Not a problem. I actually had a couple really enjoyable matches where we were in like the range of like 0.5% of area covered, and it just like it got really intense toward the last minute of the matches. Even though these are 3-minute matches, the last minute of these matches were so intense when everyone was working toward the same goal. It was just like so intense. Like gosh, I'm just like, which made me enjoy it more. I like that. I do wish that the matches were longer, or that we could customize the matches to make them longer. But I think that's part of what Nintendo is going to be putting in the game anyway. As far as what I remember from the direct, anyhow. I'm looking forward to it. Short and simple of it. I'm looking forward to the game. I'm going to enjoy the game. I'm going to be happy with the game. And I'm hoping that this test fire beta helped sway the opinions of some people who were looking at it that weren't going to get it new and weren't planning on supporting it into wanting to get it. I hope it did. I can't say it's done it for a whole lot of people, but I hope it did, because the gameplay itself is great. Now, a perfect team setup, I would think personally, would be 2 rollers, a charger, and 1 person on a machine gun or a mini machine gun. Because the 2 rollers can cover a lot of area quickly. The charger person could act as a sniper, cover their backs from a long distance, and the machine gun person could be running right along with the people with the rollers and protect them right then and there. At least that's my opinion. Like, it's anyway, the team setup would be different depending on who you're playing with. But any matches where you're 4 of one weapon type, you're probably going to lose. You're probably going to lose, and lose horribly. But outside of that, that was it, really. Like, I enjoyed it, like I said. It's a great game. I'm looking forward to getting it when it comes out. That's all there is to really be said. Now, I know that there are probably some people that didn't enjoy it, but well, you didn't enjoy it. At least you gave it a shot. Anyhow, thank you very much for listening, you guys. Keep your eyes and ears out for more of my stuff, and until the next time, enjoy your games. Peace out.